But before we begin today's exciting program, I would like to express my deep, deep gratitude to all of our partners and everyone who worked on making today possible, especially our partner and host, Rutgers University, Newark. Yes, give it up for Rutgers. We are in for an inspiring day of dialogue, reflection, and most importantly, action. As we know, we are here on the weekend of Indigenous Peoples Day. Here in Newark, yes. Here in Newark, we stand on the traditional land of the Lenape people. We stand on the traditional land of the Lenape people. We are honored to be joined today by Chief Vincent Mann, the Turtle Clan chief of the Ramapo Lenape Nation, who will offer a land acknowledgement for our gathering. Chief Mann is a trustee of the Highlands Coalition and a former member of the Ringwood Mines Superfund Site Citizen Advisory Group. His tireless effort on behalf of this community to fight environmental justice in the aftermath of the toxic dumping by the Ford Motor Company. This work was recognized by the Russ Berry Foundation Unsung Hero Award. And now he continues his work for cultural restoration and food sovereignty as the co-founder of the Musney, did I say that correctly? Musney Three Sisters Municipal Farm. We are proud and deeply honored to invite Chief Mann to share a few words with us as we open this forum. Chief Mann.
Kiha Kolomosi, Ninjushinzi Kikai Wapalanewe Monato, Nunji Ai Lamuo Tekwa, Lamuo Wanjikyo. Kiha Kolomosi, Anishi Kishalomoquin, Elamilian Yonkwai Kishquik, Wakukana Ki, Waktinda, Wakmbi, Wakilongot Mati, Waknimbum Masawakanum, Anishik, 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 Anishik. How is everybody today? My name, obviously, you heard, thank you, is Chief Mann. I come from the Turtle Clan of the Munsee-speaking people. The core area of our community is Ringwood, New Jersey. And I also asked the Creator to watch over us today, here now, where we'll be going. Thank the Creator for giving us our Mother Earth, the fire and the water, the trees, all of our relatives who slither and swim and fly and crawl. And most importantly, we thank the Creator for giving us our lives. And I thank the Four Directions, even though there's more. I'm truly honored to be standing up here at the forefront of what will transpire today. This would be a place where our ancestors would have stood too. You heard that I won the Unsung Hero Award, but I am really not that either, right? That's the people who cannot stand before you and speak for obvious reasons. This land here has many terrible stories, right? Those are memories that live in the soil beneath these buildings, beneath these streets. Not just of our ancestors, but the indigenous people who were enslaved and brought here from their own countries. One thing that doesn't happen here is that we don't tend to acknowledge that people of color are all indigenous people. What happens is that there becomes a separation, right? That's conquer and divide. That is the history of the world. And truth be told is that even for the Victoria Foundation to want to come in to Newark and to do that really hard work, it's imperative that you become those people who are actually sitting out there. Because if you're not those people who are sitting out there, you will not succeed in that, right? Universities used to come and always try to extract from our communities, right? It's a history. It's called colonialism, right? And we have tried very hard to turn that tide, right? At first we were just stemming it, but we've turned the tide where universities cannot extract from us. They have to actually come into our community and understand that what we're doing is trying to live. We're trying to survive. We're trying to create a place that will be healthy and thrive for the next generations to come. I'll just end on this one note, and it's a reminder. The Creator gave us 2 eyes, 2 ears for which to hear twice as good with. Right? The Creator gave us 2 eyes to see twice as good with. And the Creator gave us 2 nostrils to smell twice as good with. But the Creator only gave us 1 mouth from which to speak. So when we open our mouths or put our hands or pens to paper or hands to keyboards, we must always remember that. We cannot just throw those things out into the world and be caught by the wind and continually go around the earth. We have to remain humble. We have to understand what humility really is, right? Humility is not something that somebody does to you. Humility is something that you were born into this world with. And only true people, Lenape means human, right? So when you say Lenape, that's what you're acknowledging, but you're also acknowledging yourselves. And it's really imperative that we understand those little guidelines of what the Creator gave to us. 1 mouth from which to speak. Live your lives with humility, honor, respect. Share your wisdom, share your love. Get to actually know who your neighbors are, because chances are, you don't, right? Because we live in a world of I, me, and mine, and it should be a world of we, ours, and us. So with that, I thank you, Anishik.
Thank you. Deeply appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Chief Man, for those powerful words. And now it's my pleasure to introduce a transformational leader whose vision and dedication has been instrumental, to the resurgence and progress of Newark. Under his leadership, the city has made significant strides in the areas of economic justice, public safety, social justice, just to name a few. Mayor Rash J. Baraka has been a tireless advocate for the people of Newark. Well, before he was mayor, he was a tireless advocate for the people of Newark. And he was working to ensure that all residents have the opportunity to thrive in a more equitable and vibrant city. It is my pleasure to bring to the stage and for us to welcome the mayor of Newark, Rash J. Baraka. Thank you, sir.
Craig. Thank you, thank you. Let's give it up to the Victoria Foundation, please. Come on, y'all can do better than that. Victoria, 100 years. Incredible. This is a very, very powerful room. First of all, there are folks in here from all advocacy groups, if you will, whether you're talking about the environment, housing, recreation, education, economic opportunity, youth, all of these things. This room is an incredible and powerful room, and only Victoria can probably funded most of these things in here. But my brothers from Returning Citizens back there, so Victoria has their hands in everything. Health equity, everybody's here today. You already thanked Rutgers University, who's a partner of ours. The great thing about this room is that most of the organizations that are in here also partner with us in the city. Because one thing I've learned as the mayor is that the secret sauce is collaboration. If you don't know how to collaborate, you're never going to win. And everything we do well, we do together, right? And that's really the key. And I want to thank Victoria for 100 years of commitment to the city of Newark. 100 years is a long time. So whether we're talking about guaranteed income, whether we're talking about the reduce of violence and Newark Community Street Team, the beginning of us doing the alternative to violence and policing in the city, everything from literacy, everything we could imagine that we needed support and help on, Victoria has been there. So when they said I had to go speak before Victoria, I got 1,000 things to do today. I said I need to go there just to pay it forward, to say thank you for being present in our city and funding all of these organizations and helping us in the city make things happen. Before I sit down, I want to say my father used to say unity and struggle. And we have a problem still today with unity and struggle. Unity and struggle simply means that we unite around the things that we agree upon, and we struggle with each other around the things we haven't agreed upon yet. That there's 10 things on the list, if there's 10 things, and we disagree with 3, maybe 2, some of us 1, we walk out of the room because of the 1 or 2 things that we disagree with, and we never get together on anything else. That's the problem for us, right? Because we always find a way to leave and never have the courage and the resilience to stay. And it takes more courage to struggle with your allies than it does to argue and walk out of the room and let your enemies win. We have been experts at defense, but very poor at offense. We know what we don't want. We know how to fight and yell and scream and cuss and humiliate and destroy one another. But our ability to get together and struggle with each other around the things that are going to work for all of us, we're a little weak in that area. We need a quarterback, a running back, a wide receiver. Especially when we get in the end zone, we get on the red zone, we got to get the ball over the end, that it'll benefit all of us. We start thinking about us as individuals as opposed to us as a collective, the group we belong to, the street we live on, the organization we are part of, the title we have, as opposed to winning or scoring. So scoring becomes less important than our own individual self. So I'm asking everybody today that with all of these people in this room, we should be struggling less and winning more. Whether you like me as an individual or not, it's not about me. I'll be gone and our problems will still exist. You'll be gone and our problems will still exist. So it's not about me, it's not about you, it's about us collectively, it's about our condition. So I'm not on the streets organizing, blocking traffic anymore. I'm not at Oscar Miles teaching people black history after school anymore, or feeding people, or clothing people, or out in the street rallying and protesting in front of City Hall. I took another job. That means that, it doesn't mean I do something completely different. It means that now I have to be the quarterback instead of the running back. And all of us have to figure out what our role is in our offensive strategy. And Victoria Foundation is going to fund it all. Craig Drinkett is going to fund it all. If he could, he would, y'all. Let's give an incredible round of applause to Craig Drinkett. Let's stand up. Give Craig Drinkett a round of applause. Victoria Foundation, all of the work they're doing in this city. Most of you couldn't do the work if it wasn't for these folks. God bless y'all. Have a great day.
I should have the mayor come when they doing my end of the year review. Did we catch that on film, everyone? Mayor Baraka, thank you so much for joining us. We know you have a very busy schedule. You have a lot on your plate, and we really appreciate you coming here today. But more importantly, we appreciate what you stand for and what you push us towards from your position as a mayor, but more importantly, as a citizen of this city, what you push us towards. So thank you so much, Mayor. At this time, I want to bring up a gentleman who is a distinguished leader in the higher education space and a visionary in the areas of social impact, innovation, and entrepreneurship. Dr. Jeffrey A. Robertson serves as the provost and interim chancellor of Rutgers University, Newark, an institution that stands at the heart of Newark's educational and cultural landscape. His commitment to advancing equity and excellence in higher education has helped shape Rutgers as a hub of innovation and community engagement. Before I bring Dr. Robertson up, I just want to point out one thing. Last Saturday, Mayor, we were in this exact room, right? We had about 200 and something young people in this room that Rutgers hosted, young people who want to figure out how they can vote, 16 and 17-year-olds. I know in 2 weeks, Rutgers, this room here is hosting the Boys to Leaders Foundation, really talking about developing young men in this city. Rutgers is our partner, and we cannot thank them enough for being our partner, just not on this event, but for the partner you have been for this community for a very long time. And Dr. Robertson, we are so pleased to bring you to the stage to share a few words with us this morning. Everyone, give a hand for Dr. Jeffrey A. Robertson.
Thank you, Greg.
Here you go, sir.
All right. All right. Good morning, everybody. How are you doing today? So good to see you this morning. If you're like me, you come into the city most days of the week. It was a refreshing moment when you didn't have to hit all the traffic coming into the city today. Coming down the way, you could see that halo Newark building stretching into the sky like I was seeing this morning. Welcome to Rutgers University Newark, and thank you for those kind words. I've been at Rutgers Newark since 2008, that's 17, coming up on 17 years, and lots has happened here, but one thing has been consistent. Rutgers has been a partner in this community. If you know something about Rutgers, you know that we are about three things. And I want to tell you about those three things and get out your way this morning, but I think it connects to what we're doing here today. Three things. First one, social mobility. When they do the rankings of all the schools in the nation and say who has the best bang for the buck, who has the highest ratings when it comes to taking people who have been the first people to be in college in their family, the most Pell-eligible students who are immigrants, who have stories and life stories that bring them to these shores or to this university from all kinds of all walks of life, and then propel them, launch them into a new trajectory in their life. They say that Rutgers Newark is number 5 in the country, and that deserves a round of applause. The reason that's important for us is because, as Chief Man said earlier, this place we're in was a community. We moved some things out the way to be here. And in doing so, we owe something back to the community. And one of those things that we owe back to the community is that we are a place of access and opportunity. And there's lots of different portions and corners within Rutgers University writ large, but the one that's here, the one that I get to lead here for a short period of time, is a place that knows where it comes from and who it's responsible to. Second thing you should know is that because of that, we are community engaged. In fact, there's a term that's been created for institutions like ours. It's called community engaged scholarship. And when we talk about that, that means that we can't just be trapped in what has been called the ivory tower, right? It's called ivory tower for lots of reasons. In that it's away somewhere. It's over here doing this highfalutin scholarship that never has any implications for real people. That's not how we operate here. Community engaged scholarship means that what we do here is connected to what is happening in the community. There's no gates. We don't. If you came on campus today, you didn't have to go through 7 checkpoints. I did my PhD at Columbia. They got a lot of checkpoints right now. All kind of reasons, but that's another story. Third thing you need to know about Rutgers University Newark is that we're an anchor institution. And some people hear that term and they think, well, anchors pull things down. That's not what we're about. When we say anchor institution, we're talking about institutions that bring stability and support to a community. And in this case, for the city of Newark, there are lots of anchor institutions. There are businesses and cultural institutions, arts organizations, and community organizations that make Newark better, that pull things together, that are the fastest. Now, some of you know me, and you know that 2 of my 5 degrees are in civil engineering. So one of my goals when I entered school was actually to do redevelopment in cities and figure out ways that we could use the physical infrastructure of building things to build communities. But that's what anchor institutions do. We are a part of pulling things together, making things right. Because you can't build a physical space without building the social space, the psychological space, the community space. We are part of that, but so is Victoria Foundation. And why we're here today is because Victoria Foundation has been a part of this social mobility story, part of this community engagement story here, a part of this anchor institution story here. Because strong business people and strong communities and strong community organizations deserve to have support. And as you already heard Mayor Baraka say, this foundation, this Victoria Foundation for 100 years has been doing that. So my staff pulled together for me some of the projects here at Rutgers Newark that have been funded by Victoria Foundation. And it's a long list, covers actually 48 years. 48 years of support. You should clap for that, that's right. I'm gonna mention a short list and some names that I think some of these folks are here. Abbott Leadership Institute, you know Junius Williams. The Academic Foundation Center, Deborah Walker McCall, and a whole host of other folks. The Earth and Environmental Sciences Department, Dr. Ashaki Ruth. Institute for Ethical Leadership. You all know the Joseph C. Cornwall Center for Metropolitan Studies. Charles Payne Van Deen Campbell leading that. Price Institute, I just saw Jack Chen was here earlier. Jack Chen and the Price Institute, named after Clement Price, who we all know. The School of Criminal Justice, I saw Alejandro over here, and I saw Lori Scott Pickens over there. So, you know, our Newark Public Safety Collaborative. The University Community Partnerships, Office of University Community Partnerships. Everybody knows Diane Hill, everybody's auntie. Urban Education, Lynette Mawini, Anika Bo, I'm not sure if either of them there or other representatives, but all of that, and that's just the last 15 years, not even the other balance of that time. It is an impressive list that was funded, supported by a wonderful foundation. So from the bottom of my heart, I thank you for your support, Craig, for the foundation support over the years. I hope that support continues, like the mayor was saying. But I know that the work that's going on is impactful. It's impacted lots of us in Black and brown communities in and around Newark. We're certainly a part of that story, but the real story is what happens in transforming people's lives. You got one of my favorite speakers speaking here today at lunch, Majara Corder. It's good to see you. You have connections across this area and beyond that attract some of the best and brightest to come here and to see all of the wonderful things that are happening here in Newark. That doesn't happen easily, and we've got to acknowledge that. This room, it is a powerful room, but I think even more importantly, it's a community that wants to make sure that our communities are strong, vibrant, and thriving. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, Dr. Robinson, for your leadership and for those inspiring words. At this time, we'd like to have a special musical performance of Lift Every Voice and Sing, a song deeply rooted in the history of the Black struggle, Black perseverance, and Black triumph. Please welcome Sheila Epps, who will lead us in this beautiful rendition. Appreciate you.
You want me to be there while they're doing your review?
I'm sorry.
Want me to be there while they're doing your review? Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I almost feel like if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. It looks like everybody's happy. Looks like everybody's eating. So we're happy, right? I thought I was in church. I almost said amen. Forgive me. I'm a minister. So we're going to ask that you would stand for the Black National Anthem. And somebody say, please let that child find that words on her phone. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicings rise high as the listening skies, and let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the presence has brought us, facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we tried, bitter the chastening ride, felt in the days when hope unborn died. Yet with a steady beat, have not our weary feet come to the place for which our faith has signed. Oh, we have come our way, that with new tears have been weighed, that new tears have been watered. We have come trudging out through the blood of Saturn, light out from the gloomy past, and I'll know now we will stand at last. When the white gleaming of bright star is our cast, God of our weary days, God of our silent nights, thou who has brought us this far on the way, Thou who hast by thy might led us into the light, keep a forever in path, we pray. Oh, let our feet stray from the places our God we met there, lest our hearts drink with wine of the world. World, we forgot thee, shadow beneath thy hands, may we forever stand. True be our God, true our nation land. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Ah.
Thank you, Sheila, for that moving performance. Can we give her one more round of applause, everyone? Before we move on, I'd like to share a few quick housekeeping notes to ensure everyone gets the most out of today. If you haven't, you should download the app, the Hoover, I always mess it up, the Hoover app, right? It's your go-to tool to figure out everything that's happening today, where the speakers are, how you can participate in some polls and discussions, connect with other people that's here today. For those who need Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi is available throughout this whole venue. Simply connect to the network RU Wireless and follow the steps in the prompt. And also, since we're in the midst of the Newark Arts Festival, there's a lot going on in the city as always. We invite you to participate in a collaborative art activity led by renowned artist Denise Tony. Where's Denise? Back there in the corner here. And she has some colleagues, Yvonne and Suleiman, that's back there with her as well. You will participate in creating a collective mural that represents our community's vision for equity and justice. So make sure you stop by. Denise, can you just wave your hand back here in the corner here? Stop by, see how you can help out and create this mural for all of us. And if there's anything that you need to make your experience today better, you can stop at the front desk, let us know what you need, any questions you may have, and see how we can better assist you for the day. Where's Dr. Rogers? Dr. Rogers, I know you're sending send me this message. If you haven't, get your flu shot. Make Dr. Rogers very happy. And if you think about you can do it, you can get your booster for the COVID. Did I do right, Dr. Rogers? And that wasn't even in the notes. So thank you all. I'm actually tired before we even get started.